Breaking news. Femi Adesina has started, and see what he said with what is currently going on between Ukraine and Russia. We all please, I want you please to send out your prayers to people over there. This place has been relatively peaceful until recently. The Russian president or leader, Putin, feels otherwise, and has started his own, issue. And yesterday alone, 137 Ukraine soldiers, those are, have gone home. Those are children's dads, okay? Those are husbands, fathers, brothers, uncles, okay? Breadwinners, so if we don't pray for peace, it will affect every one of us, just like we've been praying for peace for Nigeria and in other parts of the world. So especially if things happen in the Western world, there is just a way it comes down, and we don't want that, do we? Please, let's pray. But look at what our own brother has said. Femi Kayode, look at what he has said regarding what is going on. And I mean, Nigerians are reacting, it's sparking a whole lot of reactions. Putin will rather blow up the entire world than allow his people to become economic slave, FFK. A few hours ago, the former Minister of Aviation, Femi Kayode, also known as FFK, took to his social page and said that the Russian President Vladimir Putin will rather blow up the entire world than allow Russia to become economic slave to other nations of the world. Femi Kayode said that the biggest mistake the Americans and Europeans are making is that they are trying to shrink the Russian economy through strong sanctions and new limitations. Femi Kayode added that you cannot put a nation in poverty that has more nuclear weapons than any other country except for America. Femi Kayode, however, said that a man who had a loaded gun and whose finger is on the nuclear button should not be humiliated, stressing that Putin will rather destroy the entire world and see his people become economic slaves to other nations of the world. According to Femi Kayode, he said the biggest mistakes of the Americans and Europe is trying to bring Russia to her knees financially, economically, through strong sanction and new limitation. You do not try to impoverish or break a nation that has more nuclear weapons in the world than apart from the United States, and do not try to humiliate a man who has already made up his mind to do certain things. The Russian people under Putin are resilient, and history has proven the world needs to handle the Ukraine issue with wisdom, serious restraint, and care. Looking at what Fani Kayode has said, many Nigerians have been reacting, asking if that is the issue for him to be discussing and deliberating on now, or looking at how he could possibly redeem himself and bring about something that will better Nigeria. What solution does he have to what is currently going on, and why is he, stressing himself on international matters when there are things back home that needs serious attention of his as well? So Nigerians, now, instead of, celebrating the man that he has said something good, it's rather turning something else. So, I mean, Nigerians are rather trying to, tell him, that you should be speaking in terms of what is going on rather than, looking at what is going on in Europe and other parts of the world. In case you're not aware, Femi Kayode also has his own share, yesterday or a day before, for about 48 hours ago, he was right in court. Yeah, he was right in court, and part of what was happening was that the court was seriously angry, and they sent out investigations against him. Femi Kayode is supposed to appear in court a number of times, but what he keeps sending is a sick note from the doctor. However, the court got tired, and for the first time, they decided to investigate and to go to the very hospital bearing the sick notes to ask what sort of sickness that can make him not to appear in court, but is seen in different places, gallivanting all over the place, but cannot come for his court proceedings or hearing. On getting to the hospital, guess what? The hospital, categorically rejected Femi Fani Kayode and said, we don't even know him. He's not a patient here. He's never attended any. We don't have anything to do with him, like anything. We don't even know what sort of sickness he has. He doesn't even has a file in this office to say this is his record history on his health grounds, and we don't have anything on him. We don't know anything about him. We don't know what is going on. And that's for really spark up an outrage, and the court, has decided to take real serious, steps against him with regards to his deceit on the court, and they find it very, very, not very welcoming at all. So it's the same Femi Fani Kayode that is speaking in respect to what is currently going on in Europe, where you see Russia. Yesterday, like I earlier reiterated, over 137 Ukraine soldiers has gone. They've gone to meet their maker, courtesy of Russia. And, these things are, things that everybody, please, let's keep praying, because nobody wants no trouble. Okay. We don't want any trouble. We have enough on our plates in Nigeria as it is already. So we don't want anything being added, and for it, things get harder and all that. People, I know if you've listened to us, I know of a family. This is people close to me whom I know the child's name, who is in Ukraine, Tenopi precisely, studying to become a doctor. There are other Nigerians out there as well who are studying in different capacity, because our educational system, the way you lay your bed is the way you lie on it. Since we have not put our beds in order, people who could afford it are sending their children to some of the nations of the world for quality education. Okay, so please, if you don't know anybody, at least we know Sunday Adilaja as a Nigerian pastor who has a church in Ukraine. So let's just pray for that nation so that peace can restore, and let's pray for the president of Russia, that his heart will also be, touched, and he will refrain from carrying out more devastation on Ukraine. Okay, let's pray for them. Let's also, just reach out our hearts to them. Leave us a comment. We'd love to hear from you. Please don't forget to like us, share, subscribe. Bye for now.